Welcome to Lisbon, Portugal and the Santa Apollonia train station. Purpose of this video is to give you as much information about the Lisbon-Porto train ride. I will talk about tickets. I will show you how to read the board in order to find your train seats, where to put your luggage, how long the train ride takes, how fast it goes, and I will show you through the Alfa Pendular high-speed train. Let's go for a ride. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Lisbon, Portugal, otherwise known as Lisboa. We're at the Santa Apollonia train station. There are the taxis. People are hosing down, cleaning this place up. Santa Apollonia train station, oldest train station in Lisbon, built in 1865. There's somebody getting out of their taxi. So if you are getting a taxi to the Santa Apollonia and you are getting on this train to go from Lisbon to Porto, this is where you'll be getting dropped off. This is why I do these videos, just for the expectations, just so you know what the place looks like. There is the bus shelter. Now, if you're getting off the bus, that's where you'll be getting off the bus. And likewise, if you're coming out of this train station looking for a bus, that's probably where you're getting on your bus. We are going to head into the Santa Apollonia train station. I'm going to give you as much information and walk you through this process of the train from Lisbon to Porto, Portugal. There is the ticket office. Now, if you need to buy tickets, that's where you would be getting them. I would advise you to get them online. I'll talk more about that later. There are the boards. On the left is departures. On the right is arrivals. We are looking off to the left. We are going to Porto Campanha train station. Our train leaves at 12 and we are on track 1. All the information here, you can see this board, this whiteboard. You can see the track 1 is off to the left.
Departures.
I'm looking up, those are departures.
And we got
That is the word for departures, and that board there is the arrivals. So we are going to head in to the train station. We know that track 1 is up here to the left. There is a tourist information desk if you need any information. They are very helpful here. If you need a lot of information on this train station for some reason, I've already done a video on just the train station, where the lockers are, all the layout of all the platforms. I've explained how to use those boards. Like I said, the lockers, the washrooms, the food options, etc. So we see track 1 is off to the left. We're going to continue left. Now, we are going to walk down here. I'm going to give you some information. We are going to get on the Alfa Pendular high-speed train from Lisbon to Porto. The Alfa Pendular are the fastest trains in Portugal. The second fastest are the inner city trains. Now, this Alfa Pendular high-speed train journey from Lisbon to Porto typically takes around 2 hours and 45 minutes. This is the fastest train option between the two cities, covering the distance of 332 kilometers. The Alfa Pendular is known for its speed, reaching upwards of 220 kilometers per hour, and modern amenities including comfortable seating, power outlets, and free Wi-Fi. We are going to continue to walk. We are catching a train at noon. It's going to get into Porto at 2:45. You're probably asking me, why would you get a train at noon? Here's my travel hack. This is what I normally do when it comes to flights, trains, buses. I know that I have to check out of my Airbnb or hotel between 10 and 11. Noon, it gives me plenty of time to get to the train or bus station, get settled in. I am going to then travel between 12 and 3. When is the most likely time when I can check in at my hotel or Airbnb? 3. So I'm going to use this time during the day as a traveler to travel instead of sitting out on the stoop of a hotel or an Airbnb that I can't go into. You can see this red train on the right, that's probably an inner city. We are getting on the train on the left, the silver, a little bit more space agey gray train here. And this is the Alfa Pendular, high speed. I can see from that sign above there, this is track 1. We are looking for the carriage number 4, seat number 24 and 26. So we're gonna walk down here and looking for probably the 4th carriage down, and like I said, our seats are 24 and 26. My advice is to get here 20 minutes to 30 minutes before the train leaves. Why do I want to do that? Because I want to make sure that my luggage is at the bottom of the luggage area, so that if somebody's getting off the train between Lisbon and Porto, they're not grabbing my bag and taking off with it. I want to make sure that they have to pick up 17 other bags in order to rip off my bag. Sorry for being a little bit leery of people, but that's what I do. I want to make sure that I come in here and I place my luggage in a good area. So there's the 2nd cart. We're coming up to the 3rd. We're going to go on to the 4th. Now, once we get on here, we're going to do a walk through the whole train, show you what the food options and the food cart looks like, and just show you how clean it is, how dirty it is, what the washrooms look like, etc. We are coming up to number 4 here. Let's read this here. It says Santa Apollonia to Porto Campania, cart number 4. Bingo, that's us. We're going to go down to the next door, and we are going to try to get a good place to put our luggage. We're on the road for a couple months here. I can't afford to lose my luggage. As a result, I am leery. I want to make sure that this luggage is there when I get to Porto. I don't want to have to be looking around every time people are getting on and off the train to see if anybody's ripping it off or not. So I am trying to safeguard preventative. Let's put it that way. Prevention. We're going to get on here and roughly a half hour before, got no problem with that, and get our luggage in a good spot so that nobody's going to rip it off. I come from Canada, pretty good place Canada, you don't have a lot of that bad stuff, but I'm in a foreign country here and we don't know who we're dealing with. There is free Wi-Fi on here. We're going to get in here and we're going to get a spot off to the left, and I'm going to get that luggage packed in there all nice and comfy. There it is. 2 of ours are on the bottom there. Nobody can put anything on top of it. Not going to stuff anything. We're going to walk down here. We're going to see our seats, 24 and 26. There they are, 24 and 26. Now, why did I pick those seats? Well, I wanted to be on the left side of the train because we are going north from Lisbon to Porto, 2 hours and 45 minutes in the train, and I wanted to make sure that I could look out, and if there's any ocean, if there's any vistas out there, I wanted to see what that view looked like. So I purposely picked the left side so that I could see the ocean as we were going north, and I wanted to make sure we are on the left-hand side. Another little travel hack. So we are going to walk along here. I'm going to show you what the washrooms look like, and I'm going to show you the food cart. I would advise you normally to bring your own food on here. Go to a grocery store en route and get some food. But it's good to know that there is an option here with the food cart, and there's also somebody that comes up and down the aisle that could get you some food. People always say, hey, take a video of the washroom. Well, here's the washroom. Huge, clean, got some mood lighting in it too. And there is some toilet paper, so normally in Europe you have to bring your own. But this thing seems as clean as you're probably gonna get it in Europe, so well done, Portugal. Now, we're going to continue on, and we've arrived in Porto, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you out into the train station. There we are. We have our luggage on the bottom, and I don't mind being the last person off. As long as I know that my luggage is there and it's at the bottom, everything's good. So we've got no problem. We're getting off here, and we are going to take a little bit of a walk through the Campanha train station in Porto. Now this train station is approximately 2.5 kilometers from the downtown area. You're probably going to have to get a taxi to go down there. I would suggest a Bolt, B-O-L-T. That is the ride app we have been using in Spain and Portugal, and it has been awesome. Here we are out on the platform getting our bearings. We know that we can't check in until 4 o'clock to our Airbnb. Probably the next video I do will be a video of the Airbnb walkthrough. The Airbnb we got is awesome. Look forward to seeing that. I'll put that video probably in the next week or so. So we are off. We are going to look, how do we get out to get a taxi or a Bolt? You're going to see, we're just going to walk through it. There's the sign, Porto Campanha. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not saying it right, please get me in the comment section. Tell me how to say it. It's nice to have those little over things there when you're waiting for your train, especially with the sun here in Portugal. It can be very hot at certain times of the day. And we are going to find out that we are going to have to go down to go underneath all the tracks in order to come into the main train station and then out to the front of it to get our ride app. Now this Campanha train station in Porto is the main train station. There also is a bus station right beside it. There also is a metro in this. So this is the main hub here. And if you want any more information on this train station, I also have another video that is just on this train station, walking around, looking at where the washrooms are, the lockers are, where you get your tickets, etc. How to get to these platforms, etc. So we're going to go down this escalator here, and we're going to go underneath these other trains. We're on track number 9 there, and I'll just say this Alfa Pendular, awesome, on time, smooth ride, food access on there, washrooms very clean, look good. And now I can understand why a lot of people go from Lisbon to Porto or Porto down to Lisbon using that train. It is good. So hats off to Portuguese train station and the whole system of trains. So we're going to come down here and we're going to see, hey, how do we get to into the station? And we are going to look left, look right, and we are now going to walk underneath all these other train lines. Like I said, we are on number 9, so we're going to walk down to the front of them here. Now, it's I can't say enough about how they've kind of how everything's set up. It's really easy. It's really easy to follow. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment section, but there shouldn't be any anxiety about getting on this train from Porto to Lisbon or Lisbon to Porto. It is just so easy. It's clean, it's safe, it's fast, it's efficient, it's not too expensive. My advice though, get your tickets online beforehand. I use the app OMIO. You can use the National Railroad app or online, but I did not find that it would take my credit card. I'm finding this more of a problem, an issue with other travelers. You see right here, we're going to proceed up and into the station. But my advice is to get your train tickets on the app OMIO. You will pay a little bit of a surcharge, maybe €1, but you get to pick your seats and you know you're going to get on. The other thing is, this train initiated it in Santa Apollonia train station. It then came into another train station in Lisbon, the Orient train station or the East train station. I wanted to start and get access to the tickets first in the Santa Apollonia, so I'd advise you to get your tickets from the Santa Apollonia station. We are coming out to the front here. We are going to get our Bolt app and we are going to go downtown Porto, a beautiful city. If you have any questions, pop in the comment section. I'll say ciao for now from Porto, Portugal.
Okay, just wanted to get...